Hello there, you're welcome to Nana Collins TV. So today we are at Wesley Girls Senior High School. Yes, I mean GEY, WEY. We are at WEY campus at Kakomdo in Cape Coast, and today we are going to take a look at a campus tour of Wesley Girls Senior High School. I mean the much talked about Wesley Girls Senior High School. Of course, the video has already started, the campus tour has already started, and hey, Wesley Girls is Wesley Girls, as they say it is. Very, very beautiful campus, as you have seen from the video. Now, I want us to take a look at a brief history about this beautiful school and how it all started and how it all came about. Now, Wesley Girls Senior High School, which we affectionately call WEY, was established in 1836, and it was established by a certain woman, Christian woman for that matter, called Harriet Rightly, who happens to be the wife of a Methodist missionary. So she started teaching young girls in the mission house, and that is how the Wesley Girls Senior High School came into being. The name Wesley was named after the founder of the Methodist Church or the Methodist missions, and therefore the school got its name from the founder of the Methodist missions. Wesley Girls Senior High School is the first female school to be established in Ghana, and they have an alliance with Infant School, Kwabutri. Now, enough of the history. Let's focus on the campus of Wesley Girls Senior High School. I must say, today is my first time, even though I attended my school at Cape Coast, Ghana National College, or Sajifu's own school. Today is my first time of visiting Wesley Girls Senior High School. This school is a school that any Ghanaian student knows about. This is a school that you will not mention and somebody will ask you, where is that school? Never ever would somebody say that I attend or I'm a student of GEY or Wesley Girls Senior High School, and then somebody will ask, where is the school located? Some of us, we went to schools that when we mention the names of our schools, the next question that follows is, now school no ewe hemfa. Of course, Wesley Girls is known by everybody, from students to non-students to parents, teachers, everybody. It is the famous school in Ghana, and I think I can say that on an authority that Wesley Girls Senior High School is the most famous girls' school that we have, second cycle institution that we have in Ghana. Of course, secondary education in Ghana is free because of the Akufo-Addo government, and therefore secondary education is free, which makes Wesley Girls Senior High School a free boarding school for Ghanaian students. Amazingly, this school is free for all nationals of Ghana. My impression about the campus as a first timer, I think the campus is very beautiful. They have, huge buildings, which is even likely to be compared to infrastructures at the university level. Now, the little issue I had with the compound, I think the compound was very small for me. And I also presume that probably it's because of where the school is located. The school is actually on a hill. Most of the Cape Coast schools are located on a hill. You can talk of Ghana National College, you can talk of Agri Memorial, you can talk of Holy Child School, you can talk of Infant School. Most of them, I think it's Augustines that may not be on a hill. But all these schools that I have mentioned are found on a hill. Samo Senior High School are all on a hill. So it's not peculiar. Even at Disadel, So most often, it is very difficult for you to get an overview of the whole campus. That is what I presume Wesley girls look like. They may have you realize that they may have two campuses. Like at this school, you may have one in the valley and one on top of the mountain. So maybe that is why I may presume the school's compound as not that big. But they have been able to utilize the school compound very well. You can see that their buildings are very, very huge, and they are 3-story buildings, and so they have really utilized them. So what you are seeing is the dormitory. So these buildings you find on your screen are the dormitories. Interestingly, that is the dormitories, and the classrooms. Some are under the dormitories, some are also around. My impression about the campus, excellent. Look at this building, for instance, which was inaugurated by the old students. And of course, Wesley Girls is 189 years old. Can you imagine that? The oldest school, oldest school. And my impression, as I was saying, very, very impressed with the school. And I must also admit that the old students of Wesley Girls Senior High School are doing the most. They are doing the best, and I always hammer on this anytime I do a video about a campus store. All students are the machine, are the engine behind every success, or behind the success of every school. And I think that the old students, old girls of GEY are doing very, very well. The recent anniversary, for instance, laptops were given to staff, money were given to hardworking staff and students, and it was just amazing, all to encourage students. Let's just watch this video about their science lab and some robotics students who are here to share certain things with us. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe to this channel.
This structure is based on the principle of balancing of forces. So this structure is made up of wood and a free string. So this string is called the central string. This string holds the whole structure together, while these two strings support this string stabilize the whole structure. And then these two strings also prevent the whole structure from rotating or from falling. So I'm going to leave it to Vanya. There are 4 forces acting on this structure. First, the wood is actually joined together. So then those wood that are joined together are on top of each other. So they are exerting a compression force on each other. So then we can see that the force between the wood is compression force. And then the strength provides the tensional force. Now tensional force acts upwards. So and another force that's acting on the entire structure is normal reaction. The normal reaction is provided by the table, and normal reaction acts upwards. And as we know, the force of gravity acts on every object. The force of gravity is the force that pulls objects towards the center of the earth. Yes, so force of gravity is actually acting on this. And well, if you add any extra weights to it, you realize that it can still stand. That's because the upward force is balancing the downward force, which is the tensional force and the normal reaction are balancing the force of gravity and the extra weight in it. Yes.
Structure also operates in which states that to every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So for this structure, we have the force of tension, the tensional force which acts upwards, and gravitational force which acts downwards. So these forces act simultaneously and come to each other to experience the law of motion.
So we can use the same principle. This same principle is used in the construction of bridges. So with that one, if you take a look at bridges such as the alumni, the landing bridges, we have certain structures that act as these strings over here. They also provide tension over there to balance or cancel out the force of gravity acting on the bridge, so that any heavy load or machine can pass over the bridge without sinking or any damage.
You have another one?
Yeah. Go.
Hi, this is Wesley Girls High School Science Lab, specifically the chemistry department. I am Atu Regina Akwedi.
I'm back.
And I am Annabelle Botemia. So we have displayed here liquid soaps of different colors, sanitizer and bar soap. So I'm going to talk about the liquid soap. So the liquid soap is made up of sodium lauryl ethyl sulfate, which is our base, and sodium silicate. The local name is Pomako. This is to make the liquid soap slime. We have our thickener powder, also known as the nitro soap, to make the liquid soap. We have our booster liquid, our booster rice, perfume and color, and distilled water as well.
So I would say the bar soap. So for the bar soap, you use sodium hydroxide. So for this, you measure your mass, that is the quantity you need, and you multiply it by the saponification value to get the actual mass of sodium hydroxide you need. And I think you also use the rice booster and other stuff. Then you mix this with water to produce an endothermic reaction, which is then added to oil. A measured amount of oil, then stir fry until it becomes solid. Then you dish it out, shape it the way you want it, cool it for it to solidify. So here is the bar soap we have. And then to add up to the liquid soap, please, this liquid soap is not just any kind of liquid soap. It's an all general purpose liquid soap. So it can be used for washing, not only dishes, for cleaning, just names as well. Any household cleaning event, Wesley Girls Liquid Soap has got you covered. So passing on to Baraka for this one.
So next, our next is hand sanitizer. So this hand sanitizer is a very simple, it's like a very simple procedure. And what it is made up of is basically hydrogen peroxide, ethanol, glycerin, and distilled water. So you just mix the four ingredients and you have the hand sanitizer. And this hand sanitizer, you may be wondering why it's liquid. So it's liquid because from our research we realized that the WHO recommended sanitizer is liquid sanitizer instead of gel sanitizer. So you can use it for maybe you've gone to work, just use it on your hand, or you can use it as a toilet cleaner, multi-purpose sanitizer, and it's very effective. So that's all the things that we display on our table. But the Wesley Girls has to be and we are exhibiting, like we have 3 exhibitions here. This is this, and this. Let's start with this. So this is a fire detection system, right? So this is a market setting. In the market setting, there are 6 kiosks, so let me say 6 shops. And in each shop there's a sensor. So the sensor is supposed to detect fire or smoke. And when it detects fire or smoke, then this is a buzzer, it will blare. And this red light will blink. So the whole market knows that there's fire somewhere. So once they demonstrate that for you, and it comes like you can see it. Show inside it. So this is the sensor. It says that, and then this buzzer will make noise as a sensing, and then the bulb will come on. So we have a web page actually, and everyone in the market is supposed to have that web page. The web page alerts you where the smoke is coming from. And maybe you might ask, what if I'm cooking? Like it's a market, I can cook, and there'll be fire, there'll be smoke. So a sensor knows the difference between, it knows the right amount of heat that should come from when there's an actual fire. So that's how like it makes it different from a fire alarm. And also with this one, after like with the web page, you're able to like call the fire service immediately on the web page, and it alerts you on which. So this is kiosk 1. So on the web page you see maybe kiosk 1, and you see maybe smoke detection, maybe fire detection. So everyone knows what is happening at that perspective. They're able to call the fire service because you don't need to now try and locate where the fire is coming from, because the web page shows you where the fire is actually coming from. And also there's an evacuation system. It shows you what to do like how to evacuate. Don't use elevators. Call the fire service. Don't use water to like light out the fire. It shows you all these things. So like that's the best thing. And then if you move here, this is a light making system. So it's basically like a classroom setting. Like, so this is S1, like science 1, general arts 1, and maybe let's say business 1. So if you look, you see notice an ultrasonic sensor in the classroom. So that's how it works. So the moment I enter, one of the class is dark. There is no light. But when daylight is detected, the lights go off automatically. So if you notice, there's a bulb in the classroom. There's a bulb in the classroom too. So because this has detected daylight, the bulbs remains off. We don't want to waste electricity. The moment it's like I can go to the classroom and leave the classroom. The moment I enter the classroom, though from the we also have a web page for this one. This web page also shows the number of students in the classroom. When I leave the classroom, the number reduces. But when it's near night, this thing, so like if you here is dark, this sensor notices the whole place being dark and the bulb automatically comes on. But if there's no one in the class, the bulb automatically goes off. So when it's dark and then someone enters the class, the bulb comes on. When no one is in the class, the bulb goes off. That's basically how it works to preserve and conserve electricity. When we come to this is a robots game. It's more of like an autonomous robot car. It's a small car. Yeah, to bring it here. So the robot is supposed to move only on the black line. If it's not supposed to go anywhere near the white line. So we should just move on the black line, go all the way here. And this is its final. This is where it starts to set. It's like any autonomous car. So this is something I'll say common in the robotics world. But yeah, we just want to be space for robotics. And then we also need donations, anything, resources to help make this. Of course, we actually have a plan to make the fire detection system a real thing in the market because we've heard of the cancer man. So KJTR has one new markets and everything. And the loss of jobs, loss of lives, injuries, it's too much for us to like bear and listen to. So we want to use this to help like with those situations. So we need resources, money donations, anything, NGOs, anything can help us to help us with this. And we also have STEM Fest coming up in 2 weeks' time, supposed to be 28th February. We are inviting other schools in Cape Coast to come for it, where we exhibit. So there's a theme, and then so the theme, you work towards the theme, and then we are inviting judges and speakers, and the theme, it's like a competition though, but it's not really a competition. It's a